Good afternoon. I'm out here with my Webley Mastiff 177. I tied my range up yesterday. You can see how neat it looks. I've got a target down at 25 metres. The flag's blowing, so there's a bit of a breeze today. I'm using Bisley Magnums, which are 10.5 grain, and I'm going to put 14 shots through the target just to do a bit of accuracy and see how accurate this rifle is. Previous tests have shown it to be pretty consistent, and accuracy has been pretty good. I mean, sub probably half inch, 5 pence root, excuse me, at 25 metres. Okay, so here we go. So we're all ready to go. Just going to put the safety off. Okay, that's the final shot. Fire the action off, put the safety on, and we're going to pick up the target. Okay, so looking at the target we have here, there's 14 shots there. The first shot went up there, and the second shot went here, but all the rest went actually in the centre, the other 12, and that's a 5 pence piece. Okay, so I can just show you that. So if you take out that one there at the top, and this one here, you've got the other 12 under 5 pence piece, quite comfortably actually. So that was probably down to me, the first two shots. This rifle is consistent with these pellets. Had some results, did some chrono testing previously. 14 shots, an average of 666 FPS, which is 10.36 foot-pounds. That was an actual spread of only 9 FPS. I also did a previous one, that was at 175 bar by the way. At 185 it was a little bit less consistent, but even then it was 11 FPS over the 14 shots. So Yeah, there's little slight. Occasionally you'll get a slightly lower shot. It might be the actual pellet. It could be because, I mean, I don't know exactly how consistent some of these pellets are. They're out of the tin. But even then, I mean, that extra like 10 FPS doesn't make a lot of difference at the actual point of impact. Because if you look at this at 25 meters, this was the original Crony test, yeah, at 25 meters, yeah, and this included one shot at about 1 foot-pound less than the other 13, and as you can see, at 25 meters, that comfortably covers that. So even if you have a rifle that has the occasional, you know, odd power shift, when it might be a pellet or, you know, or whatever, it doesn't really make an awful lot of difference when you consider that that's at 25 meters, you know, down the bottom of the range. So yeah, I mean, seems very consistent. Shot count is very good. with my Mastiff, I had a problem when I first had it new. I test all my new air guns, all of them, through the Crony as soon as I get them, and this was actually doing 14 foot-pounds from 200 bar fill. And interesting, for every full magazine of 14 shots, it dropped by half a foot-pound. It ended up at 8.5 at the final, but down at 90 bar. So yeah, my local RFD, really nice people. Norman Clark, they sent it back to Holland Outdoors for me. It came back and it's really consistent now. Yeah, really consistent. Did have the screw cap that adjusts the actual hammer spring came loose back in November, and I actually readjusted it and put a bit of Loctite on, which stopped it from moving. But I will check that again, because since I've done that, there has been a slight power shift with these pellets, you know, by about half a foot-pound. So whether that cap's come loose again, but if it has, I'm going to have to, you know, put a bit more lock in for it, and make sure it doesn't move. Because once it's actually set up, this rifle is really consistent. You know, if you're getting 11 FPS or 9 FPS over 14 shots, you know, from say 180 down, because it, you know, the first 20 really isn't that consistent, I don't think. You know, so but maybe the first 15 bar isn't that consistent, but when you get down to 180 bar down to 100, it seems really consistent. So yeah, it's a great. I mean, I only use it for target. You know, I don't hunt. If I do take up hunting, I should be using my Compato with an X sight on. But yeah, this is for the money. I think it's a really good rifle. Like I said, I did polish the trigger as well. It's a very simple trigger, like I've done with the CP1, CP2. Took the trigger mechanism and just polished all the working faces, and it actually made a big difference to this because there's very unfortunately the trigger adjustment for the first stage, the thread is very short, so you can't actually give it a long first stage. It's actually, this rifle has, you know, a very short first stage, but it actually breaks, the actual second stage breaks very cleanly now compared to what it was, you know, when it was new, purely because I've actually polished those bits up, the trigger and the sear up. So yeah, it's really good. I like it. I think it's great. It's fun to shoot. You can shoot it quickly. Decent magazine. Very simple, basic, straightforward. Even, you know, tells you which way to rotate it. Unlike some mags, rotate it all the way back. Yeah. Spring loaded to the first one. Just drop the first button in normal, and that locks in position. Then you just fill it anti-clockwise. Yeah. Goes in from the right. Very good action. Yeah, I always put a little bit of molybdenum disulfide on the actual bolt mechanism, and it tends to smooth it out. So this is very smooth. I'll just lift it up. So like you see, this is obviously unloaded. So yeah, it's actually really nice action. Safety's here. Just squeeze the trigger, and you'll see. Let me put it on this side actually. Just a very short. Hard to show you actually in this light, but yeah, it's a very short. See, that's the first stage, and then it goes really sweetly now, and that was just sheerly because I polished all those that trigger and the sear up. Yeah, and it made, to me, yeah, out the box, it wasn't a regular trigger, to be honest. And yeah, I took the stock off, I had a look at it, and it looks really very basic. In fact, I've got a video on my Facebook site that shows how to do that. This is a Discovery scope, not particularly expensive, first focal plane, really nice bit of kit. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that little video. Thanks for watching. Right, we have 3 sets of targets here. We have a rat on the left, 4 spinners on the middle, a target on the right. So recording, this is at 25 metres, so I'm going to go back and shoot the Webley Mastiff at the targets, see how she performs. So, that's not bad. I hit the rat twice, reset him twice. Spinners, yeah, 4 spinners and reset. And also there's 2 in the target, top left hand. Oh, and 2 through a can. Dead centre as well. So yeah, I think she's shooting pretty well. That's with the 10.5 Bisley Magnums. Probably slightly to the right, but that could well be me, you know, maybe just the way I'm looking for the scope, but I'm not getting my cheek in exactly the right position. But yeah, most of the shots are just where I'd expect them to be. See, the rats are hit dead centre. The spinners, yeah, there's slightly, very slightly to the right, but that could my scope, eye scope alignment, and the can there, yeah, let's do bang centre there. So yeah, it's 25 metres out. It's a little breezy today. Good afternoon. So I'm out here with my Webley Mastiff 177, and I've got my Discovery first focal plane scope on, and I thought I'd try some different pellets. I've been using Bisley Magnums, and I thought I'd try some JSB Heavies, which are 10.34 grain. These are the ones with the 4.52mm size head. This is at 25 metres, so the target was actually in one of those concrete bunkers down there, which all my targets go inside now. You can see it's a little bit breezy down there as well. Yeah. So what we did, 180 bar, from 180 bar, took 10 shots here at 14 times magnification, and you can see from the group, I had one flyer there. It was probably almost certainly me. I was struggling to breathe properly, and I'm pretty sure I pulled that one, but the other 9 are right in the centre. I did actually use this to zero, because originally from the Magnum it was shooting down here, so I had to bring it up and across to the centre. So that group there, and I dialed it out to 10 times mag, and I took 14 shots in the centre. Again, I've definitely pulled one. Definitely my fault, not the rifle. And the other 13 shots are actually well covered by that. So yeah, this is a really good rifle for the money. Not very expensive. Once it's all been sorted by Highland Outdoors, it's shooting very consistently, and it seems to suit this pellet. So yeah, I'll just show you the actual scope. It's a really nice scope. It's the first focal plane, mil dot. Got lock-in windage elevation, obviously parallax adjustment and illumination, and it's a 414 by 44 scope, first focal plane. Very affordable and seems to be very reliable. So I hope you like that little video. Thanks for watching.